Welcome to the Camp Nou, where this evening we bring you the first major match of the season, Barcelona against Real Madrid. Well, it's a late kick-off Spanish time, but clearly hasn't affected the crowd. The Catalan and Barcelona flags flying high and proud around the Camp Nou. Well, at last, all of the talking and speculation can be put to bed, and Terry Gibson, we can have a decent game of football.
Well, there's a few more days left yet, Rob, with the speculation and transfer gossip from the Barcelona and Real Madrid squads. It's a Clasico tonight, full of familiar faces. Just one new player starting tonight for Barcelona and Real Madrid 11. Familiar faces, all there last season. Players that won the Champions League, La Liga title.
Again on Wednesday night in Madrid, which is a 10 o'clock UK kickoff, 11 o'clock at night local time. Well, it's all very jovial down in the bowels of the Camp Nou. That will be out of the window.
Yep, two protagonists there getting together, Busquets and Ramos, both competitive. Both will do whatever it takes to make sure that their team are in a winning position going in towards the second leg. But it is going to be competitive, make no doubt about that. It's the Spanish Super Cup. Any game between these two teams is good, full on, full throttle. Both teams going all out. You see the strength of the lineups, both managers, no concessions whatsoever. This is going to be a proper game of football.
Well, as Terry said, for once, the spotlight hasn't been on the signings of Real or Barcelona. Both have made a profit in the transfer market this summer. Barcelona selling players for 226 million euros, 222 million of that, of course, the well-publicised Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain deal. Real Madrid have brought in 120 million euros in sales and themselves spent only 50 million in the transfer market to bring in two young talents, Theo Hernandez and Dani Ceballos, neither of whom make the pitch from the start this evening. Two sides not only familiar to each other down in the tunnel, but familiar to the fans as well. No experimentation from Zinedine Zidane or the new manager of Barcelona. Cristiano Ronaldo will be sitting in the shadows, an unusual place for him, but he's only had 3 full practice sessions since returning from his summer retreat. If we do see him tonight, it will probably be a cameo appearance in the closing stages of the game, as it was. Now Barcelona ring around the Camp Nou. There is no such thing as a pre-season friendly anymore. And both managers acknowledging that this is a chance for the first silverware of the season. Ernesto Valverde will be desperate to get off to a good start with his new team, replacing Luis Enrique at the back end of May. Doesn't have a lot more to work with than Luis Enrique, but we expect some activity in the transfer market in the next 7 days or so. There's talk of them signing a Brazilian tomorrow. For Liverpool fans, it isn't Coutinho. They expect that Paulinho, formerly of Tottenham, will become a Barcelona player. Mobile phones up in the stands, creating a starlight effect. Down in the centre of the field, there are the stars. No longer the MSN. The chosen one tonight is Gerard Deulofeu, who returns to Barcelona after spells, of course, at Sevilla and at Everton, and a short spell at AC Milan. He will replace Neymar in possibly the strongest 11. The other surprise is at right back, where Alex Vidal plays his first game from the start since last February. Sergio Roberto is on the bench. Referee tonight, one of the younger referees in Spain, Senor Tibergos Bengochea. Well, there was a time when Real Madrid were signing the Galacticos. He has made some recruits this summer, but they tend to be players to bolster the squad. It's a very strong starting 11. Ronaldo is rested this evening. Isco will be taking his place alongside Benzema and Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, of course, didn't start the last 9 games of last season. Returning to familiar surroundings, Ernesto Valverde, once a player in the Cruyff era. Return. He's in the hot seat, and Zinedine Zidane, who's just signed a new career extension to his stay. He's looking to add yet another trophy to his cabinet. He's won everything else.
It's been an incredible achievement for Zidane so far. 2 Champions Leagues, La Liga title. Absolutely fabulous job. Be looking for it to continue, starting from now.
And away we go. They light the fireworks. The 235th Clásico starts the Spanish season. These 2 clubs have met, of course, in summer over in Miami. Didn't let anybody down, 5 goals. Messi scored after 3 minutes of that game, Rakitic after 7 minutes. Piqué scored what turned out to be the winning goal in the 50th minute of the match. There is no such thing as a friendly between these 2 ancient old rivals. Messi scored after 3 minutes of that game, Rakitic after 7 minutes. Hasn't had the most sensational pre-season, drawn against Manchester United, beaten by Manchester City, losing against Barcelona, even drew against the MLS All-Stars, but tonight they're hoping to peak. And it's Kovacic who's got the midfield position. He's playing in place of Modric tonight. Modric discovered he was suspended because he was sent off in the last Super Cup he played in 3 years ago. Here's De La Feu, he's offside. It's going to take some getting to know you. He's played the Barcelona front 3. Suarez, Messi, and De La Feu, the chosen one. It's tight.
He has gone for it. Dare to say it, like-for-like replacement in terms of the style of player. He's happy to play wide on the left. De La Feu. Some casual play from Barcelona to Stegen, getting the ball away cheaply, and Kovacic unlucky with the quick thinking. The attempted chip from long range.
Barcelona pinned back. So is ter Stegen. The coach may have changed, but the Barcelona style will remain faithful. Trying to play out. This is Benzema. Vidal in the way. Corner prevented from ter Stegen. This was it.
Intercepted by Isco. Kovacic, quick thinking. It's the right idea, isn't it? Just didn't get enough elevation on the attempted lob over ter Stegen.
Stegen was reminiscent of that moment in March 2014 when Victor Valdez gifted the ball to Karim Benzema, and he scored after 23 seconds of the Clásico. And it's Vidal, who looked to be moving out last year, starting tonight ahead of Sergio Roberto and Nelson Semedo, who was one of the few summer signings for Barcelona. There's Marcelo. There's got competition for his place with Hernandez coming in the summer. That's the beauty for Zidane. He has enough top quality players to name 2 starting 11s quite frequently last year. Terry, he would make 9 changes, wouldn't he, between Champions League and La Liga?
Yep, and it served him well. In particular, did really well. Maybe a problem or 2 this season. I think 1 or 2 established players, senior players, have left the club. Madrid have gone again for youth, and bringing the likes of Dani Ceballos and Theo Hernandez in. Also lost Pepe, Danilo, Contrell, James Rodriguez, Alvaro Morata. Zidane placed a lot of trust in the younger players in the squad. I think he's been proved that he's right to do so.
Toni Kroos to Isco, who's grown in stature over the last 6 months. Last year at this point there was talk of him being loaned out to get him some playing time. He was arguably in the team ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, though of course Ronaldo is not fully fit. But Ronaldo, for the first time in his career, is going to have to fight for his place here.
He'll get back in. It's interesting though, looking at Zidane, the way that he plays with Isco in the team at the top of the diamond. Midfield quartet, Casemiro holding tonight's Kroos and Kovacic.
This is Marcelo.
Isco at the top of the diamond, and Gareth Bale playing more central than he has done in the past when it's been the usual 4-3-3 from Real Madrid. And I think it does give Real Madrid a little bit more control in midfield with the extra player in there. I think Zidane will see Gareth Bale as one of the centre forwards with Benzema and Ronaldo.
Titi to Busquets, to Iniesta to Rakitic. Now Vidal. PK, Busquets, familiar names, familiar style, Lionel Messi. Now Rakitic, a bit of afters there. Leaded by Senghor. Sitting in a Bengal chair. What a space for Jordi Alba. Goes on the outside. Alba sliding tackle from Dani Carvajal. Spain's right back on.
Crossfield diagonal pass to Marcelo, just beyond the defensive line of Barcelona in an offside position there. We see the wonderful skills from Isco.
Messi will take the corner. PK comes through the crowd. Good header away by Ramos. Now Vidal. Suarez.
It's all about ability, isn't it, with Isco? Great awareness, great control. Always on the move, and perfect for that position that Zidane has found him. Just pulling off of the front two.
Marcelo. Carvajal. Kovacic to... Well, seems the omnipresent Isco is everywhere. He's got this roaming role. Just looking at the formation of Real Madrid. They've got two up front. But a back four, and Isco seems to be playing a mirroring role of Messi, just going wherever he wants to. He's got the full freedom.
Yep, and I think that's the right way to play that position. Always find little pockets of space, whether it's dropping deep or going wide. On occasions, being in an advanced position, almost being the centre forward. If Benzema drops deep, he's an intelligent player. Isco.
Casemiro. Toni Kroos. Gareth Bale to Marcelo. Lovely touch from the Brazilian. Sturdy touch from Gerard Piqué. Never the entertainer. Marcelo on this left-hand side. Hasn't had a great deal of competition for his position in recent years, but they spent 23 million on Theo Hernandez from Atletico Madrid in the summer. He's a replacement in the making.
No, it's very early, Rob. I'm just looking to see if there are differences between Ernesto Valverde and the tactical approach from Luis Enrique. It's fair to say at the moment Real Madrid are enjoying a large share of the possession. For the amount of high pressing from Barcelona so far.
And Iniesta stolen easily by Isco. Gareth Bale behind you was not the cry. And Titi with the aid of Alex Vidal. Struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Barcelona, it's a high pressing game by Zidane's Real Madrid. Now Deulofeu. A little bit tight, but it was Kovacic who won it back. And carrying Benzema last year at this point was facing
pressure from a defender, actually right amount of touches, the right sort of touches to inevitably end up with an attempt on goal.
Very animated, Zidane down on the touchline. It's not so often we see him scream at his players. Messi. Busquets. Jordi Alba. Deulofeu. Casemiro.
I see Valverde cracking the whip as well from the touchline. He will be irritated by the amount of times that his team have given away cheap possession. There we see a fantastic run, fantastic understanding and awareness from Iniesta to find Luis Suarez as well to get his attempt away.
Lionel Messi's on the case. Defenders swarm around him. It's through the legs of Suarez, and it's the calming influence of Keylor Navas.
So Luis Suarez with two really good touches. Gets the ball under control. A comfortable save for Keylor Navas.
Well, it has been an uncertain summer in Catalonia. Nobody quite believed that out now. Facing Dembele, we're told. Officials in Germany last week. Dembele refusing to play for Dortmund. And as we know, Philippe Coutinho unsettled back on Merseyside. When you look at their best starting 11, Terry, there will be one position up for grabs, really, wouldn't there? Which is the position which is vacated by Neymar. I suppose in time, Iniesta will be making way for somebody in midfield. And whether that's where Coutinho will fit into the bigger picture.
So there's a fantastic opportunity for Deulofeu to return back to Barcelona, be given the chance.
كل الأبواب المغلقة قد تفتحها بسهولة ويبدو أن من بين باب السجن أيضا، وهو ما حدث مع نجم الظبيين أيضا. أكد أنه لم يطلق النار على الظبيين وأن القضية ملفقة، ويذكر أن خان كان متهما مع 4 ممثلين آخرين، إلا أن المحكمة برأت ساحتهم وأدين هو وقت نقله للسجن، والذي من المتوقع أن يقضي فيه أياما، وهو الوقت الذي ستستغرقه أو سيستغرقه الطعن في الحكم وإخراجه بكفالة. وصلت فترة طويلة. ليش هذه المدة الطويلة؟
Careful with the aggression. The foul there results in the penalty for Real Madrid. It was well worth Gareth Bale being more aggressive though.
There's Alex Vidal, bit of a folk hero in these parts. Goes on the outside. Whisked away by Kovacic. Rakitic. Messi. Toni Kroos. Let's go. Little nudge from Deulofeu. He's having a difficult full debut for Barcelona. He has played 6 times previously for the club. They were going on his travels, but none of them were from the start of a match.
Bell making that running behind him, TT. I think here he can afford to be much more aggressive than the defender who runs the risk of giving away a penalty. And TT won that tussle.
It was a clash between fellow Frenchmen. You can't say French international colleagues because Benzema is currently, of course, out of the scene. Hasn't started for France since November 2015 because of issues.
Luis Suarez earlier was frustrated with Alex Vidal. Made a really good run towards the byline, but took far too long to get his head up. To be aware of the position of Suarez. By the time he played the ball in, the chance had gone.
Casemiro wanted the free kick. quite happy the referee gave the advantage. Isco. Benzema making a sweeping run in from the wing. Barcelona defending well, but Rakitic puts them in some trouble here. Toni Kroos. Isco has options. Kroos is with him. Isco with the dancing feet. He went for the deceit.
Isco again with the skill. Busquets feeling the effects of that challenge from Casemiro. Vidal, the right back. Previously a right winger when he was at Sevilla. A long spell of his career, and he looked like a right winger there. Not sure of how to adjust his body, how to try and defend against Isco.
It's a positive run. Delafeu. Half-hearted appeal from handball from the players. Nausea from the supporters. Piqué buys himself some ground. Now Busquets. Well, it's 20 past 10 in the evening in Barcelona, but it's still 78 degrees. Warmer down at pitch level. It'll be an energy-sapping evening. This is Busquets. Rakitic. Vidal. Suarez. Now Rakitic. Suarez is offside. That avenue's closed. Barcelona having to play a patient game here. Jordi Alba.
I think Barcelona are struggling to find a rhythm in their game. First genuine competitive match. Real Madrid, of course, played Manchester United in the European.
Lionel Messi. Star attraction so far has been Isco. The referee has his first big decision to make of the evening. Messi arrives down there in pain. It was a raw challenge on Lionel Messi.
It's not like Casemiro, is it?
He said ironically.
His first foul was in 15 seconds. This is third one so far. The referees are judged. He gets some of the ball, but I think it takes more than enough of Lionel Messi initially.
This was the other big decision. It did come off the lower arm of Carvajal, and the referee couldn't have been better placed.
His arm's close to his body, and it does deflect off his own thigh. So certainly not a penalty for me.
Not unsurprisingly, maybe the first caution of the evening to Carlos Casemiro. Kovacic. Isco. Marcelo takes to the wing.
It is often an issue, though, isn't it, for Zidane and Real Madrid?
That's a brilliant ball. It's a clever run as well. Bale tries to play it back to Benzema.
That Casemiro does get booked so frequently. 70 minutes to play in this game. He's the defensive hold midfield player. It's his job to make challenges. Got away with it a number of occasions this season. An important player for Real Madrid.
Isco. Bale draws Piqué, makes the angle for himself. Benzema can't get it to the ditch. Kovacic to Casemiro. Oh, driven by Toni Kroos.
That's a wonderful pass from the German midfielder. Very rare. Casemiro with the challenge on Messi. Messi sees him coming, steps across into the challenge to try and shield the ball. It's fair to say it's just warming up now, isn't it? It's been a classic so far.
Casemiro classes Zinedine Zidane as he's playing idle. That's a great deal to the manager as well, who's shown so much faith in him. Casemiro had a good start. Rafa Benitez, but when it came to the Clásico, Benitez dropped him, and that was the beginning of the end for the former Liverpool manager. Now Zidane. He's had Casemiro as a constant in the team. Brings some ballast to Real Madrid and allows the artisans to go perform. Here's one of the set artisans, Isco. And there's a little linking of arms there between Benzema and Vidal. The referee's attention was brought to it by his assistant.
A little nudge, wasn't it, from Benzema on Vidal?
Iniesta. Now to Umtiti. Andres Iniesta. Gerard de la Feo. Piqué. Rakitic. Vidal.
Tight situations, the dribble away from defenders to change direction quickly. It's a genuine attempt from Bale, isn't it? But definitely a foul. Advantageous position for Barcelona to take on the attempt, direct to goal. Of course, with Neymar not there, Suarez getting involved in the...
For most players on the planet, you'd say an impossible angle. But it's Messi standing over the ball. He goes for it, he almost gets it. You could see Navas half expecting something like that.
Of course, he was just over the crossbar. Didn't really ever look as if it was going to get down quick enough to beat the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Kovacic. Varane. Kovacic to Isco. Too much on the pass. Piqué to Vidal. That's a lazy pass from Vidal. Isco's the most prominent player for Real Madrid so far in this game. Piqué does a little pirouette. Appreciation from the Barcelona supporters. Kovacic. Ramos. Toni Kroos. There is Messi. Brilliant ball by Messi. De La Feo. Suarez catches the eyes of the defenders. Rakitic. Iniesta. Nice layoff to Jordi Alba. Alba with a disappointing cross. Barcelona trying to get used to life without Neymar.
Yeah, and it did look that way there, didn't it? It wasn't fluent down the left wing. It was a nice attempt. It is on target. Navas does have it, but
Titi and Piqué and Michel trying to split the Real defence. It appeared to be a handball from Piqué, and if it was deliberate, the referee, will caution him. It's a very soft handball from Piqué.
He tries to palm it in, doesn't he? And fully deserves the yellow card. You have no complaints there. Don't think he had any, did he? So it was coming.
اي واحد نري بنادم قسمو انا وانا اش فرق هذه كتبت تبدا الصداع شي واحد ما بغاش يدوي معاك الصداع ما عرفتش علاش
Titi casually back to keeper ter Stegen. Bit of an ask for Alex Vidal. Messi.
Chance for a massive opportunity. That's what he's good at. He's got that pace. He can drive and get at defenders, get the other side of the fullback. He's been reluctant to do that tonight.
Marcelo, so much space. Bends him up, draws PK, puts it across. Carvajal! How did that not go in? A remarkable clearance, as Barcelona was so stretched. All the people leading the charge, it was Dani Carvajal. Barcelona looking shaky. So much space. You can sense the discontent around their home ground.